Hey everybody, AcedTyler here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. In the last episode, Link was, well, shipwrecked, and so he wound up on this strange island called Koholin Island, and so, yeah, we're stranded here. And, now we have a mission to, try to leave the island, of course, but we can't do that unless we wake the Windfish, for some weird reason. In this episode, before we head any further, there is actually some optional stuff that we can do. First thing that we'll do, we're gonna do some fishing! Yes, of course, it has to have a fishing minigame. Why would there be fishing minigames? I can't even stand fishing itself. So, of course, there has to be fishing minigames. Alright, so, what you do here is that, so once you start, there's gonna be a bunch of fish right here, and then you basically just, cast your line just by, pressing the, A button, I believe. And then you have the control pad, or actually, in this case, the circle pad, because that's what I've been using, for control. So yeah, basically, like if you hover your line or the lure over in front of the fish, they will actually go right up to it, and then you can just cast your line. All you have to do is just rapidly tap the A button to just get a fish, and just make sure you just do it with good succession. What we actually need to do though is that we want to go for the big fish. That's actually just hiding in this little alcove, like a little wuss, a little wuss. And the reason is because that fish actually has something a little special for us. Like, let's say, heart piece. Yeah, I mean, if you've already figured it out by now, yeah. Because, we've collected that one heart piece. I didn't want to get you, I wanted the other fish. Yeah, that one. I figure now I might as well just go ahead and get the other fish anyway. But just stay away there, they just wouldn't stay in the way, just, to clear the whole space off. Because they only give you 5 rupees, though, yeah, I mean, I figure I'll just get them out of the way, but that's all they do. Even though it costs 10 rupees to actually play this fishing minigame. But now that's all clear out, then we can go and get this big guy here. The bigger fish actually gives you about, I would say, 20 rupees. But we mainly do want to go for the big fish, like the one in the alcove, because that will have a heart piece for us. Because we did collect that one heart piece in the last episode, so I mean, might as well just go ahead and give away for what it actually is. And it's going to be taking a long time because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the one pain in the ass part about the fishing minigame, is that it's slow, and so it's going to drag us, like, no matter what button you press to try to get the lure in, it just goes very slow. So yeah, that's why I'm just kind of taking the time here, because I was wanting to go for the that fish in that alcove right there, so that way we can get a heart piece. But yeah, as you guys already know, I never really liked fishing to begin with, and not even in real life, because, well, I'm pretty much an impatient motherfucker. But yeah, that even applies to, like, fishing minigames and well, games in general. I mean, I guess you can probably blame Big the Cat in his fishing minigame and Sonic Adventure, but that also applies to all the other ones. I never really liked fishing minigames to begin with, and I also never liked fishing to begin with, regardless. So, of course, I probably wouldn't like it that much either, and of course, they just had to put it in. I swear, they even had to put a fishing minigame in the 3DS remake of Majora's Mask, which never had in the original version, though, so why did they incorporate that there? And it's completely optional anyway, so that just feels pointless. It's very much the same as in Ocarina of Time, of course. And there we go, now we got the big fish. And it's a big one, it has a piece of art. Yep, that's the one too. And yeah, I was right, we get a 20 rupee prize on top of that. I'm gonna go ahead and give it one more go. I figure I'd just go ahead and just catch every single one of the fish in the pond, even though it's not necessary, but actually might need more rupees anyway. One thing I will say, though, is that we are definitely going to need a lot more rupees, because later on, there is a certain item in which the only way to ever get to that item is in a shop, and that is actually going to be very expensive. I think there's a couple items for that. We could actually steal it, though, but that's something I do want to show off later on, but, that's another thing we're going to do. You have to have more passion. Well, I'm not passionate about fishing, so, yeah, kiss my ass. But for that, we're not really gonna steal it, because I'm not really gonna make it permanent though, because there is a high consequence for that. But we're just gonna buy it anyway, so we're gonna want to save up on rupees. Oh, hey there, Marin. Link, Terran's taking a nap at home. I don't know how he can sleep on such a nice day. It makes me want to sing a song. Yes, the song is Ballad of the Windfish. Anyway, so after that's done, I mean, it's a pretty nice song though. Um, so the next thing we're gonna do, as you can see, I'm actually slashing away the bushes, and the reason why I'm doing that right now, you'll see in just a minute. This one right there, I found a secret seashell. If you collect a lot of these, something good is bound to happen. Ooh. So another thing about doing 100% completion is that, of course, aside from getting all the heart pieces, like I do in other Zelda games, there are there's other collectibles though, the secret seashells, and I'm actually going to be collecting every single one of them. And the reason for that is because, well, they actually do provide upgrades if you collect like another of these, which there's actually one house that we'll get to later on. That will be the reason why we're collecting those seashells. So yeah, that's all I'll be doing. As another part of the 100% completion is just by finding all these secret seashells by the seashore. Hey, look at that! Actually, I said it right. And this right here, this is a trainee game. And why the hell does it say shop? It's not even a shop at all. I mean, you do spend rubies on a game for this, but not really. Um, so yes, so what this trainee game entails is that what you do is that you just you just use the claw, and you control it with the B and A buttons. And you can actually just get any prize you want to, like there's rubies, a heart, a shield, which we already have though. But what we want to get though is a Yoshi. Yeah, like I said, guys, didn't I say there's gonna be like some Mario cameos in the first episode? Well, yeah, there's one of them. That's a Yoshi doll. Yeah, that's still what they're calling a Yoshi doll. Recently, he's been showing mini games. Ah, yeah, see, there's your another fourth wall break right there. But that's actually what we want to get, though, and the reason for that is because that Yoshi doll is actually the first start of the of a trading sequence that will lead to this one particular item that's probably the best item in the game, of course, or this game at least. Which, well, is going to be for a surprise. So since now that we have the Yoshi doll, let's go ahead and go in this house here and talk to this lady. Oh, will you give that doll to my baby? Oh, yes, of course I will. Oh, thank you. You are indeed a generous person. I will give you this in return. And we have a ribbon. Yeah, maybe we can trade for the ribbon for something else. Yes, of course we would. Yeah, that's what it is. A trading sequence. Hello there. Yep, those are my boys. I'm Papao. Pleased to meet you. I'll be lost in the hills later, so keep a lookout for me here. Epic foreshadowing. So yes, now that we have that little ribbon there, I was about to say bow, but that's probably gonna be confused for bow and arrow. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and take that ribbon over to the next house. As continuing or doing a little more for the trading sequence that we're doing, and I'm kind of starting a little early for that, but yeah, I figured I'd just do that right away, just to get out of the way. And let's get us to that mini chain shop right there. Yeah, that was a that was literally a chain shop we just saw. That does have a name for it. His name is Bow Wow. Yeah, literally just called Bow Wow. Alright, and so we have some dog food here, and yeah, see another Mario reference. Yeah, let me just say, there's gonna be a lot more Mario references here in this game. Like, probably, I would say like one of the few and only Zelda games to have Mario references like those somehow. Um, so anyways, yeah, that's another thing about doing like a 100% completion, like just by getting the all the secret seashells that we'll be needing, because it will be beneficial to us, and also the heart pieces. And one more thing, one thing I do want to throw out there is that this game actually does have a secret ending. And so the only way to get said secret ending is that we actually have to go through the entire game without getting a single game over. So yes, the whole game without dying. And I mean, that's something I can do though, because I mean, I've played through the game several times. I've actually gone through the entire game without dying once. And so that's actually going to be the only way to actually get the perfect ending, or at least the secret ending. So that is what we'll do for this LP, is, just make sure we go through the entire game without getting a game over. And that's actually one thing I do want to say about, like, having high consequence. But I want to say that until, like, I actually do show it off. But it's not really going to be something I would save, though. Because, I mean, I could just... Because, since I'm playing this on my, on the 3DS Virtual Console, then that's actually something I can actually, take advantage of the save feature that it has. And that was that, alligator that, we just, talked to. So we give him the dog food, and then he gives us the, bananas that will, which will be something. And I think that's where we'll go ahead and, pause for the training sequence. Oh, another piece of power. I didn't want to pick it up because the music will take over, but I had to because I was the only one to get through. God damn it. By the way, those enemies are called just, sea urchins. It doesn't really have a unique name for it. It's just, literally urchins. So that's what it is. Alright, so I guess that should just about do it for a couple of the optional things that we do. There's actually nothing else, so I guess our next stop is to go over to the first dungeon, the Tail Cave. Because from what the owl said is that see, we had the tail key from the mysterious wood, and so the owl told us that the key will take us over to the Tail Cave, is what it's called, which is actually the first dungeon in this game, and that's actually where we're going to be going to next. And he said there's actually some sort of an instrument, which is supposed to be the main, the main plot MacGuffin for this game is, the instruments, and they're supposed to be the key to awakening the windfish. So we'll have to go a little further, and just go around killing some more rocks. Also, I do mention the piece of power here, and there's also another item to it, which there has to be something else, like, for defense, because the piece of power is mainly for offense, but there's another one for defense, which as of yet I still really haven't picked it up. I just knocked that rock over to the hole, which you actually can't do that. I think you can actually still pick up the pots and throw them at enemies, which I actually have yet to do. I mean, but it was something you can do in Link to the Past, but I still haven't done that yet. Maybe I should try it a little, maybe in the next episode. Speaking of which, that should just about do it for this episode. So next time on Let's Play Link's Awakening, we are going to enter the very first dungeon in the game, now that we had the tail key to open this door up. And so we're going to enter the tail key, the first dungeon in the game. So until next time, see you guys later.